Welcome back to the show, everybody. With
State senator from Texas. He had started as a general from the state of Texas and was part of many oral arguments and is known for winning the majority of them. One of the biggest national victories he has had was defending the Second Amendment for the right to bear arms. He is currently in second place in the polls behind the top runner, Donald Trump. He has won over the primaries in Kansas, Maine, Iowa, and just recently won Wyoming. After these victories, he is currently looking to make a strong push to pass Donald Trump in the Republican election.
See if he can pass Donald Trump. Now, one of the claims that Cruz has made is we beat at the first Super Tuesday. He was holding an event in his home state, and he came up with this claim saying we didn't just beat Trump once, twice, but 3 times tonight. Yes, he did beat Trump in 3 states, but he is completely forgetting that Trump won twice as many states as he did. So this is a half-true statement. Cruz did win 3 states and made it seem as if he won Super Tuesday, when really he didn't. How do you guys think about that? No,
I feel like we should have introduced our names. We'll just cut this part.
Alright. Another thing that Cruz has said, and Donald Trump supports Planned Parenthood. Cruz has said it many times, whether it be at a rally or a victory speech, that Donald Trump supports Planned Parenthood. Now this has been confirmed, but also denied. Trump claims that he has funded them, but only looks in the positive outcomes of doing so. Trump is really more neutral on the situation with Planned Parenthood, and should not be labeled as a supporter, in my opinion, just for donating for the good outcomes of the organization. Cruz is mostly right on this one because he is funding him, but not completely supporting him.
So Cruz said that the Republican nominee will not be chosen by the media, but by the people. Ted Cruz is trying to tell people that the media does not matter for a nominee to win the election. This is a conflict because media will either help or hurt a nominee's chance by people being able to interact and engage in discussions through media and TV commercials helping the president get their view across. So with that being said, the media has a big part in the election as the people.
When you think about it, the media really does help. You see Trump, he's getting all this negative feedback from websites, and it's helping him get up. It keeps helping him grow. And they think it's hurting him, but really it's not. So yeah, that's something Cruz needs to really look up.
He also said while Americans will continue to suffer under a president who has set an agenda that is causing millions to hurt across the country. And summing up this quote, he is trying to get others to think about President Barack Obama not being able to keep up with his promises before he became a president. According to the tracking of Obama's campaign promises, he has lived up to at least 45% of the promises he has made before going into the White House. With that percentage being thrown out there, that doesn't mean he was perfect because the other 55% of the promises were either stalled or broken, which is not good, but in my opinion, he lived up to the promises for the most part.
Senator Cruz also says that President Obama's intention was to hurt America. The quote that he said in his victory speech from his victory in Iowa, and while Americans will continue to suffer under a president who has a set agenda who is causing millions to hurt across this country. This is a bit of a controversial issue because some sides say President Obama lived up to his standards. Other people said he didn't meet all the expectations. I personally believe that President Obama did his best to keep America great. Because during his presidency, homicides dropped 13%, the economy has added more than 9 million jobs, and 15 million people have health insurance.
I think you failed to keep our America great. This is just my opinion.
Hey, Fluffy.
Bro.
Cruz's final claim that we decided to record is he claims that a united group of people will scare Washington. And this is a quote also from his victory speech in Iowa. What scares them is you. This would make sense in a lot of cases due to past events. Example, the Civil Rights March, led by Martin Luther King Jr., the American Labor Movement, also led by Cesar Chavez, etc. These are peaceful movements in which they were given rights and were considered equal, but both of these movements resulted in people getting arrested, some being injured due to police brutality.
So at the end of the day, Cruz is half true. A lot of what he says is usually right, but has some lies added into what he says just to give him a little bit of political game. The pie chart we made bases on the 6 statements made by Cruz, and it shows that he's not keeping it 100% at all. Usually it's half true, so our conclusion is Cruz is only half true most of the time.